Thinking about presenting at your next professional development? Go for it. Now, there are some of you out there, when I say this, you get excited about getting out there in front of other educators and delivering professional development. This episode may not be for you. This episode is dedicated to the many emerging educators whom I respect, who have a lot of talent and skill, but may not fully acknowledge themselves and are doubting themselves. Here are 5 tips to get over the fear of public speaking to other teachers. All right, tip number 1, positive self-talk. I think you may be your worst critic. As an instructional coach, one of the coolest things in my job is that I get to learn from other teachers. I think every educator has something valuable to contribute, and whenever I see another teacher teach or share a lesson, I always get something out of it. One thing I found is that many teachers I know want to do a really good job, but are super critical about themselves even when they do a good job. I think, in fact, the harshest critic is yourself. In fact, I don't think you let anyone else talk to you like you talk to you. Next time you criticize yourself in your mind, because I think we do that a lot in our mind, try saying out loud and ask yourself, would you let anyone else talk to you like that? I hope the answer is no. So instead, positive self-talk. So if I'm about to give a presentation, putting my hands on the podium, getting into the power position, breathe that breath in, breathe out, and tell yourself, you got this. In fact, Dr. Jeff says, you got this. Tip number 2, be prepared. Sometimes I get like this dream where I'm delivering a lesson, but then I've forgotten the lesson and I'm the teacher, and I hate that feeling. One way I avoid having this happen in reality is by preparing in advance. Most of the time you have days, if not weeks, and sometimes even months to prepare for certain presentations. Just put a little time in each day until it gets done, and then practice. Check out the PV Legs video I made for tips on public speaking. That video was designed for students, but really it's still helpful for anyone, including teachers. Tip number 3, partner up. Now this tip can sometimes backfire if you partner up with an unreliable person. But if you partner up with a more seasoned veteran, just let them know, hey, just want to let you know I'm feeling a little nervous. If someone told me that while we're preparing together, I would really have a lot of compassion for them and would want to help them out. And I hope the other person would do the same for me if I ever felt that way. Tip number 4, be okay with failing. I think some of you may not like this one, but I'm going to encourage you to fail. And when I mean fail, I mean the acronym FAIL. FAIL, first attempt in learning. We need multiple opportunities to learn and grow. I mean, we tell it to our kids all the time, right? Let's give ourselves permission to show ourselves grace and make mistakes. If you've given your 5 loaves and 2 fish, you've given it your best, that's good enough. Tip number 5, don't feel the need to please everyone. When delivering your content, sometimes as educators, we feel the need to deliver some earth-shattering content that will transform the way education has been done. Sure, we want to be innovative, creative, and make a difference, but remember, your worth is not found in how good your speech was. You already have intrinsic worth and value. If you want to do a good job, and if I want to do a good job, it should be because I want to show compassion for others. You've heard this said before, sharing is caring. Now, if your main goal was to look good in front of everyone, well, yeah, that's going to stress you out because what others think about you matters a lot to you. But I recommend don't put that pressure on yourself. Please note, I always encourage folks in our Ed family to create healthy margin in your life, practice self-care, and to regularly say no to the good so that you can say yes to the best. But at the same time, whether it's your grade level team, or maybe it's your department, or maybe it's your PLC, your professional learning community, or your site or district, or someone's asking you to share something, to share a professional development, it's because they believe in you. And for those of you who attend a professional development, don't forget to give the presenter a great affirmation. This is Dr. Jeff from Ed Family, signing out.